This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast. I am your host and DM, Johnny, and this is Tales from Trollskull, Volume 2. The Cure. We're going into a whole new group, a whole new section of players, of heroes coming together to try and figure out these golden glowy eyes that's been happening in Waterdeep. So before we get started on the adventure, we have a lot of stuff to go over. First of all, this Sunday, August 27th, at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., we're going to be at Fan Expo. We're going to be at the Canadian Podcasting Awards booth. We're going to be having some people there. It's going to be myself, Mac, Steph, and Leslie. We're all going to be there saying hi, talking some D&D, sharing our booth with some booth buddies, and just promoting all the wonderful podcasts in Canada. So come on by in the South Building, say hi, tell us what's going on in your RPG world, share some stories, share some adventures. We'd love to see you. Also, at 4 p.m. in Theater 717, or Room 717, Theater 11, South Building, once more, we'll be doing our first ever live show. It'll be continuation of the storyline that's going through Tales from Trollskull Volume 2. It'll be a nice little adventure, 45 minutes, the last show of the expo, the last show of the SPO. Come on by. Joining in some D&D live show. We're going to be nervous AF as we're going to be making this all up as we go along. What's going to happen? We don't know, but we're going to find out. And let's not forget our sponsor, the Storytelling Collective, which is an awesome community of creators coming together to help people learn how to write comics, TTRPGs, books, novels, short stories, everything. They've expanded so much. You can go check them out on their website at storytellingcollective.com or on any of their social media at storytellingcol, C-O-L at the end. And that's on Twitter, Instagram. You can get all their wonderful information there. Also, writing your first comic cohort number 2 is starting August 25th. I'm signing up for it. It's going to be cool. You can go at your own pace because I've got some things in the plans. That's almost a sentence, right? Sure. There may be some conspiring between some comic creators on the podcast and myself, and maybe making a little interesting comic about some of the characters out there. So if you want to join along, you can register anytime you like. You can go at your own pace. It is good, it's affordable, and the information you get is literally priceless. They will set you up for success and creativity like you've never seen before. I highly recommend them. They are so amazing. Go check them out at storytellingcollective.com. And the other bit of news is Bigby presents Glory of the Giants, a new source book coming out from Wizards of the Coast. Giants have stood as colossal figures with a rich and complex history throughout the D&D multiverse. Whether you want to delve into the secrets of their fallen empires, create a character connected to these primordial beings, or build an entire campaign surrounding their mysteries, Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants is your ultimate handbook. That has come out already. You can hit up your local brick and mortar store. You can order it online. Go check it out. I was a huge fan of their Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. That's one of my favorite books. I'm pretty sure this is going to be up there as well, because I do enjoy some good background information on giants, on dragons. Go check it out. Go pick it up. It'll be really good. Add it to your library. And I think that is going to be it for this week. See you at Fan Expo. If you're there, come by, say hello. It's going to be so good. Oh, and also don't forget our own stuff. You can find us on social media at Diecast Podcast on Twitter or X, or we've got a Blue Sky account happening. So we're going to have our details up for that very soon. And on Instagram, we're at the Diecast Podcast. There's a bit of a difference, but you'll find us. We're the ones posting a lot of new content every single time, and we're spamming Fan Expo as we go. And of course, You can find us on any app that plays a podcast, Spotify, iTunes, everything. That's going to be so cool. And on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. I think that's it. If you're going to Fan Expo this week, wear a mask, say hello to us, have some fun. And if you're not, I hope you have a great week. We'll see you next week with part 2 of this adventure. And I think that's it. Tell a loved one how you feel. We'll see you all soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast Podcast. This is Tales from Trollskull, Volume 2, The Cure. As the previous group has taken care of cultists, this wonderful little group is taking care of how they can cure the people of Waterdeep of this terrible, terrible golden eye affliction. So before we get started, I just want to introduce the new group. So on my screen, going clockwise, we start off with Barbara. Please reintroduce your character with as much or as little information you wish to say about Eleanor.
Sure thing. Hello, everybody. I'm Barbara, and I'm playing Eleanor. She is a Circle of the Land druid human. She's a woman of science. You know, she is here because the Golden Eye Afflictions, while it is creating a medical physiological emergency in the land, it is also an opportunity for us to learn something. And she's here to, find a cure, but also understand how this illness works.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And to her right is the wonderful and, of course, always lovely Ranger Lord, Whitney, our beloved Daisy.
Hi, I'm Whitney Gardner, and I play Daisy, apparently now the Ranger Lord Evergreen. I am very excited to play with everyone. I don't know if Daisy knows that she's about to help find the cure for anything right now, but she will do whatever it takes to protect the Enchanted Forest. So,
as long as you're always marketing yourself as the Ranger Lord now, that's all the merch table cares about. And to her right is Miles, coming back with his little mechanical friend, Curtis.
Hi, everybody. Miles back here playing Pichu, the artificer armorer, as well as his homunculus servant, Curtis. Pichu is also, I guess, a person of science, although their path is probably more selfish and ambitious rather than altruistic for such things.
And to round us out is our beloved dwarf, Henry, also known as Juano, who has a very special gift he picked up along the way.
Yes.
Introduce yourself again, please.
Yeah, Juano is a cleric hill dwarf. He is a perfectionist and demands a lot from himself and expect the most from others. His ideals is it's the duty of civilized people to strengthen the bonds of community and the security of civilization. His bonds is he aims to prove that he are the greatest artisan of them all. And he is greedy, and you can't part with money easily, or he can't. And he haggles to get the best possible deal.
Nice.
And he has beautiful glowing eyes that there's nothing wrong with them, and he will continue to keep them as long as he can open and shut his own eyes.
They're totally fine. They're fine. Don't even worry.
There's nothing wrong.
So you find yourselves all in Trollskull Manor. It's early afternoon, late morning. You hit that kind of brunch rush. There's been a cordoned off area in the meeting room you've all been 1,000 times before, and there's already actually chairs set up for you and a small little table as you are ushered in. And of course, the smells and sounds of Trollskull Manor are vibrant. This tavern is flourishing. It is full of people. The kitchen is constantly busy. There is a whirling dervish of activity as you see pots and pans floating on their own. Small little Martem is cooking and baking up a storm. As you can see, Hakar, Harko and Halar are managing the bar and the dining area, as it seems this little entrepreneurship of a tavern has taken off and has grown legs on its own. And as you're ushered in, of course, in walks Marley. She's in kind of this like beach kind of gown. She's got like her extended cigarette holder, and it looks like her hair styled as like this tropical sky that starts off as blue and comes down to like these little aquamarine greens. And her dress kind of starts off as clouds and kind of walks down. And actually, you can see almost as an illusion, like the waters and waves kind of ripple upon a sandy shore at the bottom of her gown. As she comes and says, my darlings, thank you for coming back. Oh, you all look marvelous. You're all mingling together. I'm so very proud of all of you. We have such an important mission for you today. And I just cannot say how overwhelmed I am that you are all here. I'm so glad you could have joined us today. How are all of you doing?
Good. I'm just glad that you called when you found out more about the Golden Eyes. Honestly, you know, my research is very important, and it's kept me away this long. But I'm glad you gathered us to really capture what's going on, so we can get some, you know, peer-reviewed level journals going for this.
You see Marley, just her smile beams, and you are the exact perfect group to solve this situation. Because we have two people of science. We have the Ranger Lord, who has probably the most experience in this whole city than anyone else. And of course, we have our lovely Hill Dwarven friend with golden eyes of themselves that you can study right here and right within your own group.
Yes, he will make an excellent specimen. Possibly for dissection.
And I mean, we won't discard the opportunity to salvage parts, you know. We'll see. But, good.
Which parts are you looking to salvage?
Oh, well, you know, since it seems to be an oculary disease, I'm interested to see how it's affecting the neurological connections to the brain. So at least on that front, if the head can be kept intact, that would be best for us. But again, we won't discard the opportunity to heal you, of course. You know, don't worry. Juan, was it?
Juano. Yeah, what is going on here? I thought we were going on a mission.
Oh, you absolutely are. We have been contacted by the Order of the Silver Gauntlet, and they need some help in trying to acquire some ingredients to concoct and create a cure. I figure that you are probably the best suited group, and you actually do have an assistant that has asked to join you along the journey, as your alliances and your goals seem to be very the same. And that's when you actually, everyone in the room just starts to detect a smell of lemons. And you just see coming up from around the corner this little kind of like, almost like a small little dragon dinosaur, like scaled green, wearing a white cloak, some splint plate mail armor, just like a basic sword and a basic shield on its back as he comes out. And he's about maybe like 4 foot, 5 foot something, tiny, cute little guy. I will share a picture of Dragonbait because he is an adorable little Sauriel. I love him so much. There's Dragonbait. But you see his little tail wagging, and she looks down. She's like, "Oh yes, don't worry. They're very friendly." As the smell of lemons seems to increase. Yes, I do like them as well, very much. And she looks like, "Oh, you'll have to excuse me. Sarios only converse vocally through a series of clicks and whistles that are not perceptible to most mortals' receptors. Ergo, he uses a lot of smells to communicate, unless you are able to actually be on his level of perception." So, unfortunately for you, I think the smells are going to be the way you will formally communicate with each other. You smell more lemons.
And what does
Okay.
lemons indicate?
From what I can understand, is lemons means happiness.
Do you by any chance have a codex of smells to emotions?
You see Marley look down, checks her hips, checks her waist, like, I think I've left all my notes in my other gown, my dear. I do apologize.
I suppose we'll have to use trial and error then.
Oh,
You know, the smell of bananas makes bees go crazy. So angry. Terrible.
you smell confusion. You smell brimstone.
I don't think he likes that.
He says, oh, don't you worry. I was married to a Sariel for about 25 years. It makes the most interesting times at brunch and breakfast. You get a whole bunch of sticky buns, and then it also smells like lemons or ice cream. You never know what's going to happen with a Sariel. I do quite enjoy that. You smell even more brimstone.
You see Pichu tinker with one of these little bulbs he pulls from a part of his pocket, and it spritz a smell of lemon.
You see Dragonbait's tail wag back and forth almost like a little puppy dog, and he smiles. And Marley says, well, now that you've been formally introduced, I do believe that Dragonbait has arranged a meeting with Anthar Froom down at his temple, where he will discuss the means of acquiring goods to create a possible cure for the people of Waterdeep. So I believe he has your payment and rewards at the temple for you. I'm just merely a messenger for this lovely little Sariel and the cure for all of Waterdeep. You do have to excuse me, though, my darlings. I have been drinking since 9.
Nothing to apologize for. We can work with that.
Well,
That's perfectly fine.
Guano can't smell anything, right? Because
No.
the eyes.
You cannot.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what you all are talking about. It smells like nothing to me.
And you see that since Pichu and Eleanor's exchange, she pulled out a notebook and she's like,
Wait, don't write that down.
Well, I still have to capture your
You don't have to capture nothing. Why are you all trying to study me? There's nothing wrong with me. And he slams his.
We'll get back
weapon.
to that. Anger issues. We'll get back to that.
That was happening way before I had these beautiful golden eyes.
You actually start to smell the scent of ham, except for Juana, who doesn't smell anything at all.
Nothing.
That actually just clicked in as a DM's like, oh, right, you're going to have some trouble talking to him.
Is his tail wagging at the smell of ham?
It is not wagging at the smell of ham. You can actually give me an insight check if you wish.
Yeah, actually, I have proficiency in insight.
Ooh, natural
nice.
20. I'm doing the new D&D 1 rules, so you can grab yourself a point of inspiration for rolling natural 20. You definitely see the look of concern on his face. That is a sense of worry or concern that you're associating with the smell of ham.
I twist my little bulb a few more times, and then ham emits from it.
You see Sariel, or you see Dragonbait look at you, Pichu, and just kind of nods in acknowledgement of, yep, that's a ham smell.
All right, I gotta start making my own codex here. We did it long ago, but I have now forgotten.
I actually had to go like way back in my notes to find the list that we had.
Yeah.
All right, so Dragonbait opens the door to Trollskull Alley for you, or Trollskull Manor into Trollskull Alley, and as clear as day, they have not left their post. Is a series of paladins and priests across the street, being very respectful of the law and maintaining an X amount of feet of distance from the front door, but Trollskull Manor has been under observation by paladins for a very long time. And you see Dragonbait kind of the smell of lemons as he waves to all of them. And you can see that the paladins and priests' response is very stern and just doing their job as you see them jot down notes into their paper pads as you continue on your way down to the castle ward of Waterdeep. And it is summertime, so the sky is out. There's a little bit of humidity, but it's actually quite a nice and enjoyable time in the city. As you walk through the streets, you go through the market ward, and you go through like this kind of middle upper class area as you start to walk into more of a fortified part of Waterdeep. This is like where City Hall is. This is where the Arcane Brotherhood used to have their tower, and all the major religions have their temples and altars down here. City Hall is down here. The tower where the Council of Waterdeep meets is here. And it is bustling with people. It's not shoulder to shoulder, but it's kind of like that, like Queens, New York kind of traffic where just, don't walk into the street blindly and you'll be fine to avoid traffic. But you do make your way to the Temple of the Dawnfather, where the Order of the Silver Gauntlet has maintained themselves. Can everybody give me a history check real quick, please? Nine for Barbara, for Eleanor, 5 for Daisy, 18 for Juano. So actually Juano would be the only person who does know this, is that you remember that Ontharn Froom is no longer the head of the Order of the Silver Gauntlet. It actually got given to a monk named Halam because of all the trauma and all the stuff that Onthar has gone through over the past 7 years now. Yes. Yes, that's right. And so he's been removed as the leader, but he still has a position in power. And as you come up to his temple...
Can I tell the group that, but using shadow puppets with my eyes?
Yeah, absolutely you can. Give me a performance check and
to see how good it is. Yeah.
A 3.
Yeah. It's just like my hands.
So you pick a wall, describe the puppets you're doing in the story you're telling.
I'm trying to do like the people, like in my head it looks great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do like the overtaking of the monk and it just looks like I'm doing foul gestures.
Murder skills.
Everyone else smells more brimstone.
Don't know if I fully understand your message, but thank you for relaying it.
You do get the basics of the story, even though the puppet performance wasn't up to date. But he does relay with the 18 that he lost his prodigy, who was supposed to take over control of the Order of the Silver Gauntlet years and years ago. Uther the Bloody Hand, who got corrupted and turned, and then had to get a group of adventurers to take him down. He went to Schult during the time of the Death Curse, and essentially went on almost a suicidal crusade into the jungle of the undead, trying to die a warrior's death, and didn't get that resolution and ended up hurting more people than he intended to, but somehow found himself and came back and just decided to step down as the head of the Order of the Silver Gauntlet, and then has been kind of maintaining the peace in the castle ward in Waterdeep. You do know him as this big kind of barrel-chested bear of a man, like fiery red hair, a big bushy beard. And as you come up to his temple, you notice that there's a lot of scaffolding, there's a lot of tarps hung over statues and whatnot, and there's just constant construction happening. If you live in Toronto, you know what that sounds like every day of your life. But it's just constantly the hammer of chisels and stakes and stone being cut, stone being formed, and just that background murmur of like, okay, yeah, move it over here. Oh, look out! Oh, yes, move it over there. Oh, yeah, let's get to work. Let's get to work. As you step into the temple, I will. Hiya.
Woo!
As you get welcomed into the temple, there's just this fine layer of mortar dust everywhere on the floor. And as you walk in, again, everything's under tarps or under canvas. There's scaffolding up to the arches of the temple. It's like, you assume it's like a beautiful kind of basilic arch on the inside, but there's white stone and people chiseling, chipping away. And you can see at the very back of the temple on the dais is Ontharr Froom, who's going over like these plans and blueprints as he sees you enter the temple with Dragonbait. And instead of seeing this big, boisterous, fiery red head of a man, you actually see that most of his hair has gone white with some few streaks of red in it. And he seems more reserved, almost as that look in his eye of someone who's lost focus but found his purpose and drive again, and seems very resolute in making his temple a better place to be. As he sees you and waves you on in, he says, "Oh yes, Dragonbait, come on in. It's good to see you again." As you, everyone who can smells lemons once more. And he says, Hello. I've been told you are some of the best adventurers in Waterdeep. I've, of course, heard of the Ranger Lord Daisy. I'm very honored to make your acquaintance.
Hi. No, I'm not used to people knowing who I am before I've met them.
And he goes around and he's like, and you are, and he turns to you, Eleanor, and extends like this big, almost like a ham hock size hand in a metal gauntlet to shake.
I take it. Eleanor Marshward, nice to meet you.
Good. Greetings, and to you. And he turns to you, Pichu, and again, like, probably something that's about 3 or 4 times the size of your hand in like a big, meaty gauntlet as he comes to shake it.
Yeah, I'll actually like step out of my armor and shake him as his actual hand.
It's like, oh yes,
and it just envelops me because my armor is much bigger in my actual form.
Nice. Like, very good. And you, oh yes, I've heard about you as well, Juano. How are you doing? As he offers down, and he actually gives you kind of like that grasping the forearm because being religious bros together.
Yes, finally someone who knows how to shake a real forearm.
You get kind of that Predator, the Carl Weathers, Arnold Schwarzenegger grasp.
Donna, you son of a bitch!
They told me you were the best.
Oh, they told me you were the best. He just like holds and shakes and sweat and just
goes on like a
veins.
Uncomfortably a little too long.
Yeah, just yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's settle down now.
Start smoking his pipe. Wow, that was good.
We have hired you to help us out. We are trying to investigate many different paths for finding a cure to the soul plague that is washed across Waterdeep and possibly more parts of the Sword Coast. So it's real simple. We're going to give you a list of ingredients to go find, and you're going to bring them back, possibly concoct them into some type of vaccine inoculation that we can give to everybody, or a potion that we can duplicate and apply to people. And other than that, we're trying our best. We're grasping at straws here. This is a tough nut to crack, that's for sure.
Oh, we'll figure it out, and or we'll lose specimens trying, in the name of science.
I'll crack your nut.
Juano. Dwarven clerics are my favorite. They're always there to back you up. Whenever you come in from port, they're just there to pick you up and offer you a ride down to the dock. I'll give you the list of ingredients we're looking for, and I'll obviously share with you the compensation. So the compensation is going to be 1,500 gold pieces each, and you all earn one special favor from the Temple of the Order of the Silver Gauntlet.
Good. I like favors.
Yes, that'll be good for my next expedition. Good. Well, let's see those ingredients. What's really keeping us from sending a survey team there? Let's see them.
All right. Well, it's some of them are complicated, some of them are not so complicated, but we believe you can find everything here in Waterdeep. The first is we're going to need a large sample of ectoplasm. You can find this from ghosts, wraiths, anything incorporeal and undead. We think there's a connection there.
Makes sense.
The second, from what our healers and priests can tell us, our alchemists, is that we'll need some basilisk eye stalks. Apparently, you can squeeze the fluids out to produce type of like an isolating compound.
Everyone knows that.
Yes, definitely.
Give me a medicine check, Pichu.
Sure. 1 second. He was maybe bluffing.
Yeah. You think everyone should know that? You're not sure if you knew that.
Fair enough.
And he's like, and the final one, which may be a little harder to get, is very much in the same vein as a basilisk eye stalk. We need some beholder eye stalks, but we do know that there are these things called gazers, which are kind of less like little mini beholders before they've grown up all the way. An eyeball, some fluid from a stalk or from like the eyeball themselves. From what our alchemists and priests have told us, is that is the best way to concoct something to create a compound that should be able to fight off this disease, this curse.
All right.
So you want us to fight one of the most dangerous entities in all of creation, or its crappy counterpart?
I would go with the crappy counterpart if we're being like water here and finding the path of least resistance.
But I don't think that there are any such hangouts for lesser beholders in Waterdeep that I know of.
Like, oh, well, you've never been in the sewers then, because or the crypts. They tend to hang out a lot down there.
You're right.
We try to avoid the sewers. Yeah, we do try to avoid the sewers when possible, but maybe we could even try the Adventurers Guild. Maybe they have some in stock. Who knows? Or somebody has spotted one at the crypts recently.
Oh, if there had been any in stock, we would have found them by now. We've been looking
with these eye stalks that you need. Yeah. Well, okay. Well.
Oh, if we had the chance to buy them, we would have already. Which is why we're hiring you. I guess we're buying them via proxy.
All this science-y stuff is very big and new to me. I didn't know any of this. So, I mean, are you sure you want me for this? It sounds very indoorsy and big brainsy.
Well, you're the Ranger Lord. Is there not a beast or a creature on the face of the planet that you can't track? I mean, your legend literally preceded you before you stepped into this temple.
Right. Sure. I can do that.
Like you can handle yourself well in action, so that'll come in handy.
Especially the ranger who can lead numerous parties to and from the enchanted forest, deep in the heart of it, without harm coming to any of her companions. Then I think you're the absolute best choice for this mission.
Okay, but I've never been in a sewer.
Well, sewers are just the forests of the cities.
Huh.
Yes, very, very good. Very good joke there.
But fortunately for you, I do believe that if you wish to find the undead, that the city of the dead, the city graveyard, will be the best place to start.
Perfect.
So, are there any questions for anybody? You've got Daisy with you. I assume you're already well taken care of, and you've got Juano as well. So I have nothing but high hopes and expectations for this mission. Pichu and Eleanor, give me an insight check.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, 7.
So 7.
And 11.
And 11.
You know what? I'll extend that out to Juano and Daisy as well.
I think I
What
got
check
some
are we
dust.
doing?
What kind of check am I doing?
Insight check.
It got into my eyes, some dust. I'm like, it's just so much of it here.
Oof, you're
Oh.
very insightful.
Woo, Daisy and Wano. Nice.
Why am I getting 2 numbers?
Because you always roll with advantage and you take the left one.
Ah, yes, I knew that.
So for Wano and Daisy, you get the distinct feeling that Onthar has directed most of the attention upon the both of you, and you seem to get the idea that he's not exactly the most science of friendly people, basing his whole gimmick around the gods and religion that they'll take care of what he needs. So you are both getting an unbalanced amount of good attention from him.
I like it, yes. About time someone sees me for my true value.
So are
But this also disturbs me.
there any questions that you have? I'm sure this won't take you very long. You've got some of the sturdiest people in Waterdeep with you.
That's true. No one's ever said that about me.
Well, they should be. You should be carved in stone. The best dwarven stone, in fact.
Yes, yes.
Do you have a beaker for the plasm?
I have those actually, so we should be
Oh.
good.
Excellent.
Never leave for the field without being prepared.
Is actually
That's right.
I think every time Eleanor has gone into the field, she's brought her science kit with her.
Seriously, she does. She still has that sample from her original trip to the sewers.
Nice. And you see Onthar say, well, knowing the speed and skill of this group, I should see you by the end of the night tonight, I think. I have absolute confidence in all of you, as he puts his hands on Wano and Daisy on both of your shoulders.
Yes. See you soon.
Like, very well, very well. Then I'll see you all shortly. Again, City of the Dead is the best place to start. I believe I've heard rustlings that the deeper you go down in the crypts, there's actually an intricate cave system down there that you may actually find some basilisks down there as well.
Sounds as good a place to start as any.
Excellent, excellent. So yeah, you make your way outside. Drangibate has been wagging his tail the entire time, keeping very quiet and just observing. That was also part of the insight, is that he also ignored a lot of Dragonbait and focused mainly on Daisy and Wano.
That cloud chasing.
Before you go, selfie, anyone, selfie? Can I tag you in it? But you do smell lemons. Dragonbait is putting out the scent of lemons.
You know, the smell of vision will also be very useful once we get to the lower levels of the city, so keep that handy.
What do you wish to do? Where do you wish to go?
I think we should go to the first spot.
Yeah, City of the Dead.
Excellent. Do you want to go during the daytime? Do you want to go during the nighttime?
I say day.
Yeah, we're
Unless-
ready.
I don't know. I mean, I suspect our more academic adventures here might have a better idea to go to a dead city at nighttime, or, I mean, if given the choice.
That's for the gods.
Pichu will roll an Arcana check to know the best time to catch some of these creatures.
Yeah, so with a 16 Arcana, great roll. From what you remember of the City of the Dead, specifically, that two big things stick out is one, it's got a misnomer about it. It's got a negative connotation where it's actually just kind of a nice place to go. It's very much a place where people go to honor old family members, friends, ancestors. It's got very much like a Coco type of vibe where it's actually people come in to honor their past relatives and honor the spirits that still linger there to still be a part of the family, as opposed to like this like monsters and zombies and ghouls and stuff that would happen. And then at nighttime, it's actually a lot easier to see because they have special magical lanterns, almost like streetlights, that specifically work to illuminate ethereal apparitions. So they'll still be there during the day, but they'll be a lot easier to see at night.
And the basilisks, they also think, are deeper in the crypts?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I might suggest first scouring the sewers for one of these beholder creatures, the gazers, and wait for night when the spirits and other such ghostly figures may be easier to spot within the city of dead.
Excellent. If that's what you want to do, you can absolutely do that.
Good observation.
Now, I don't know where in the sewer to start, but I guess any sewer is much like the other.
You smell. You smell lemons as you see Dragonbait nod in agreement.
All right.
A sewer is easy enough to get into. You just got to find a sewer cover, pop that bad boy open, and hop on down the ladder. If you wish.
That makes sense to me.
Yes.
Whoever wants to, give me a strength athletics check, please. DC is 15.
Does anybody have that proficiency going on for them?
For what?
23.
Daisy. Absolutely
Nice.
Daisy.
Oh,
You just see
I am not.
these white furry paws of a furlball come down, and it's just like taking the top off of a jar of peanut butter, spins it up, boink, lifts it up almost like it's a trash can lid, and just puts it down gently to the side. Very surprisingly quiet for the amount of metal and stone that is grating against each other, and just that waft of heat and humidity and stank just hits you right in the face, Daisy. You've smelled it. It smells as if the enchanted forest took a giant diarrhea dump.
Oh, good. Oh. Just
What?
like the enchanted forest, but underground. Sure, I can see that.
But worse. Much, much worse.
Very worse.
I try to make the smell of lemons with my device again, and I'm sure it is overpowered.
It is very overpowered. You actually, coming off of Dragonbait, you do smell ham. So you get sewage and ham.
Oh,
The best combination of all.
Right there with you, Dragonbait.
I'll look in my pouch before we get in, as Daisy looks like really uncomfortable with the smell, and I'll pull out like little bundles of like peppermint leaves, and I'm like, here, I can share this with everybody, and chewing that should distract you a little bit from the smell. Ye old bubble gum.
Let me get everyone over to the map.
Juano can't smell it, so he's like,
Yeah,
save your gum.
It's warm. It feels like a warm summer day. All right. So there should be a little spot down there on the corner.
Yeah.
And if you can drag your characters over, and I'll drag over Dragonbait. There's Juano.
I just see like a purple person.
Yeah. Oh, there's Daisy.
Yeah.
she's so big.
Yeah. Shrink her down a little bit. Oh,
Please.
too big. Too small. Should be
Hey,
good.
y'all gotta make some little avatars, little pickaroos.
All right. And because everyone's down there, it is actually, you actually see anyone with Arcana can give me an Arcana check.
Oh, I definitely have Arcana.
Nope.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, this is, you can see these little bounds of light up the sewerway, and you know that the distance between that torch and where you are is very short, but there is a magically induced darkness that's kind of just oppressing the area.
Well, that's unhelpful.
Also, do not stand in in the goo. Yeah. So actually, let me give you a proper description of this place. We've been down here so many times, like, oh yeah, they know it is. So it is almost like Roman marble stonework on your side, and there is this channel of this yellowish and greenish slime that is like with a lot of current going north. If we do the cardinal directions of up is north, down is south, west is left, and east is right, that this is flowing north at an accelerated rate. Daisy, this is almost like, to your mind, almost like a class 1 or 2 rapid, with the amount of speed that's flowing through here. It smells terrible. It bloops up. Think very much Ghostbusters 2 River of Slime, except it's like yellow and green and smells nasty. And you can actually, Daisy, you actually see what appears to be almost like fungi that is growing in almost like an endocrine system on the side of the wall and the floor that you can see, and they're kind of just like pulsing and vibing with a heartbeat.
Is this familiar? Fungi?
Yes. You have absolutely seen this fungus before.
No. Oh, good. So if anybody is seeing these funguses, these mushrooms do not touch them. Stay away from them.
All right.
Okay, if you say so.
And Daisy, these are probably like the healthiest you've ever seen them. Juano, to your eyes, you actually see almost like it's like an LED light show. Like there's like a visible light-based heartbeat that no one else can see. It's only like boom, 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 boom. As every time you see it pump and pulse, there's like a little flash of light that goes north along this network.
Interesting. Do I tell people?
Up to you, if you wish.
Yeah. Does anyone see this light show of pumping? Anyone see the pumping?
It's actually quite dark down here. What do you see?
I see this pumping light show on the walls. Do my eyes have to be activated to see this? Or
yeah, absolutely. They actually do.
Yeah, so I just like click them, bleep, bleep, like a car.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, Juano. You are not affected by the magical darkness. You can see this clearly.
Oh. I will lead the way since I have better sight than all of you. You should write that part down. Of course, you don't write any of my strengths, just my weaknesses and anger.
Oh, no. I'll be sure to make a note of it as soon as I can see what I'm writing in front of me.
Everyone can see like the basics, little just like bulbs of light going down. But as Juano goes down, I will reveal more fog. Up to there.
Juano, hey.
What?
I won't let them take your eyes or your head or anything, okay?
Oh, thank you.
I promise.
Oh, thank you. They will have a hard time taking them if they try. I will slay my entire crew if I have to.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I hope it doesn't come to that, and
yes.
I got your back.
Thank you. You're drawing the line in the sand.
Excellent. So now, how do you wish to look for a gazer in the sewers of Waterdeep?
We just keep going till we see one, right?
Mostly, yeah.
Like a. I guess one. How it's like fairly common knowledge, or I guess it's a like giant rumor that a beholder lives in the sewer. That the Xanathar's Guild is run by a beholder.
Yeah, it's very much like that urban legend type of. You've heard it enough times that it's probably true, but you've actually never seen any proof that it is true.
Well, I'll do an investigation check for any marks of the Xanathar's Guilds.
All right. Do you have dark? Well, this is magic darkness, so this will be done with disadvantage, unfortunately.
Fair enough. I almost took dark vision today, and then I didn't, like a complete idiot. 1 second. Oopsie.
Can I use my field sciencey know-how to roll sort of like a nature check? Like, yes, not having dark vision, like, just try to see if there's any signs that there had been some sort of predator around here, basically.
Absolutely. So with a 14,
14. Yeah, that's
on investigation. Sorry, refresh. Were you looking for anything specific, or just like a general?
Pichu was looking for marks of the Xanathar's guild.
Ah, yes. Actually, sorry. Yes. I was about to question if you actually did need to roll that, but no, you actually see old, what is it? From the legends you've heard of Xanathars and and the Zentri and how they used to operate, is that each kind of faction had their own demarcation system in the sewer to try to guide people to where like their lairs and safe houses were. But after the events of a couple years ago in the Trollskull trio, is that a lot of the crime in the sewers has actually petered out, and it's not used as actively as a highway anymore for the criminal networks. And that there's actually been a surgence of undead activity, and people just kind of avoid using the sewers as an alternate path now because of all the undead and monstrosity activity. That people who go down in the sewers sometimes tend to disappear and never come back.
Reassuring.
For the nature check. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. So no crime, just monsters.
Just monsters, yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, like, you can commit crime while you're down there, but are you going to be able to get out? So for Eleanor, for 18 on nature, you remember, again, going off of like the urban legend lore of Xanathars and Beholders and Gazers, is that Gazers are little tiny flight-borne things, so you're not going to find too many marks of them, but you do know they enjoy hot, humid, and kind of like stinky environments. They enjoy the filth. So you are in the right spot. They are very aggressive until they encounter the slightest bit of resistance, and then they try to run because they have the ego and bravado of a beholder, but not the beefiness to back it up. So as soon as they realize, oh, we're not in good, they will try to, and they're pretty fast. They can fly. Like they're pretty quick.
Okay. Well,
and not limited by gravity.
Yeah. Keep your eyes open and your ears. Hopefully, this will lead us down the path of discovery.
All right. Juano, do you want to take the lead and head on down?
Yes.
Some more reveal area. Pop. So you actually come up to this junction here where you see the green and yellow slime kind of like slurping and like bloop, bloop, bloop. And you actually see that there is a bigger current going from east to west, and this north to south channel merges with it, and the current now goes east to west with an even faster, like for you, Daisy, you see this, and this is almost like stage 3 or 4 rapids for how fast this slime is moving.
So we were traveling north.
Yes.
Okay. So do I what do I have to do to jump this way? Is it like athletics, or is it pretty easy?
It's 5 feet. It's just like a basic strength athletics or acrobatics DC 10 for the 5 feet. It's super easy.
Would
boom.
Nope. Nice.
18. Ka-tonk, as you land like your heavy metal armor. Ka-tonk. You actually hear kind of like that metal hitting stone kind of echo out like tonk, 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 tonk.
Nice. Hear my strength.
Yes, good jump.
Thank you.
I jumped too.
All right.
That's 15.
Perfect. Again, you land, and being your druidy armor, it's a nice little soft superhero landing. Light as a cat.
This way.
a gazer / beholder a monstrosity?
It's actually an aberration.
Oh, okay. Not a favorite enemy then.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, I guess I'd like to use my perception to see kind of the environment before I continue going.
Absolutely. Give me a perception check, and you actually get advantage on this because you got them special eyes. 18. Again, the floor and the wall of the stone sewer. Again, it's like a constant heartbeat, and it looks like a healthy heartbeat as well, as it just keeps going boom, 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 and it keeps flowing to the west. Like the lights were going up north, and they turn the corner, and it looks like the lights are following the exact current of the slime.
Okay.
But you do notice that with your 18 is that you remember talking to Yojin about your eyes, and that when you get close enough to the veins on the wall, or like this fungus system on the wall, is you can use this almost as extended eyes and ears to everywhere in the sewer.
So can I, if I touch it or just see it?
You think it's a touch thing.
Okay, so I just go up and touch it.
Yep. Oh yeah, and it's like plugging into the Matrix. It's like seeing Cerebro for the first time in X-Men, where you start to see like figures and monsters and creatures. You in your head, you've almost got like that 3D map of the sewers of Waterdeep and wherever this this fungus reaches out to. I don't know if this is concerning to you, but it also does reach up into a couple of different households as well. And you see like these little cocoons or catacombs and these little pods that are just kind of like pulsing and growing in people's basements or in people's attics or in people's closets.
Whoa. Do they know? And do I know if these people know about it, or is this just...
You wouldn't know that, no.
No, wow. I'm just like, whoa, like Johnny Mnemonic. Just like seeing everything.
Daisy, you said not to touch the fungi. Do you know what the symptoms usually arise from it?
Death.
Huh.
I guess, everlasting sleep. I think that different mushrooms have done different things throughout the Enchanted Forest. I'm not exactly sure which ones these are. Why is anybody touching it? I can't see anything.
Juano seems to have developed a disregard for self-preservation. Juano, can you hear us?
I can see everything.
Everything like
Everywhere.
the geyser?
Can I see the geyser?
Give me a survival check made with advantage.
Okay. Survival check.
With a 9. So you can't, I don't think you've actually ever physically seen a geyser before, but you know that in this direction, as I ping it, there's a couple.
Wait, where did you ping?
Oh, can you see that?
On the map?
Yeah, now I can see. Okay.
Perfect. In that direction, going further west, you actually can see they're not humanoid. They're a couple like a big fleshy blobs, and one kind of like floating sphere near it as well.
Yeah, there's something west.
All right.
A sphere. Can I... let's see. I'd like to use to detect good and evil.
Oh, yes.
That's
absolutely.
Good.
A read on the specifics?
Yeah, for the duration, I know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead within 30 feet, as well as where the creature is located.
If it wasn't for the fact that you have a connection to this fungal network, you actually can pinpoint the exact location of an aberration. 1 second, let me check some other stuff for... I think that's an aberration as well, technically. It is. So there are 2 very large aberrations and 1 small flying aberration just to the way, and it's like sonar for the exact location that they're at.
I know exactly where these aberrations are.
Good use of the spell. Excellent. Oh, and evil all around you. Like, it is literally, you send off a bit of a ping, evil everywhere. The fungus on the wall, the ooze, it's all evil.
Evil! Evil! Like Mermaid Man, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So if you want to get across this 10-foot gap, that's going to be strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics. DC 15. Spice up your rolls if you can.
I'm actually going to wild shape into a. I was looking at filth birds, and I learned just from a simple search on the internet about the booby gannet. And just based on the name, I am going to assume the shape of a booby gannet so I can fly over the.
Is it a blue,
slime?
Is it a blue-footed booby? So you see Eleanor shapeshift into this seabird that deals with cold climates in this very hot, humid weather, and just kind of like this long extended bill and like these little blue flipper pads on its feet, pop, 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 and just easily flies over to the other side.
So you had strength, athletic, and what was the other one?
Acrobatics dex.
Before you go, Juano, take these springs and put them in your shoe, and you get a +4 to your roll as I cast guidance on you.
Nice.
Thank you. I was worried for a second, but I knew Pichu, my friend, would come through.
Who will not take my head.
or Juano's getting ready to leave his head to Pichu.
So 9 + 4 is 13. You're too short. So what that means is you jump over the side and boom, you grab the side of the other side of the platform. Your waist essentially down just gets soaked in this yellow and green ooze. Give me a strength saving throw, please. DC 12.
Strength saving throw?
S'il vous plaît. Uh-oh.
Oof.
As you see Juano go flying over the top, clank, boom, pluck, into the sludge.
Inside.
And then you just see his fingers just slowly begin to slide, and then foop. He gets taken by the current.
Oh boy.
What does everyone else want to do?
How much can I actually see happening?
Right now, you got about 10 to 15 feet of you, so Juano's just been taken and sludged into the darkness. Do you
Juano, no.
Juano, do you say anything as the current just kind of like...
As I do, I'm keeping my head.
Daisy, as you hear that, you get a definite direction.
I don't make it across either.
Oh, Daisy, boom, you grabbed the side as well. Your waist goes in as well.
Hold on. Put on your
put
on your springs. Surprised it doesn't.
Just roll it automatically. Yeah. Actually, you do make it. You do make it, Disney, with that.
Nice.
That spring gives you a little bit of extra boost to your shoes. Pichu, you are the last on the other side.
So which way do I think Juano went?
West.
In the west?
Yeah, he went,
definitely west.
Down the river.
Okay. Oh, geez. All right. So I thankfully have I will also cast guidance on myself and clicked a few buttons on my armor, and I will activate my armor of mythical strength, nice. Which means that I get a bonus to this roll equal to my intelligence modifier, because that is going to be very needed here. I have a strength of 8. Oh, but can you use athletics, eh?
Oh, or acrobatics.
Actually, in this case, because okay, so it is this.
Oh no!
No, it's just the 1. So there's no saving the 1.
Ooh.
But you are in your armor. Give me a strength saving throw as your waist gets dunked in the goo as well.
I will spend another charge of this fucking super useful armor.
Oh, man.
I can't use guidance on this, though. Back to core. So strength.
Oh.
Wow.
What do you say,
You
Pichu?
cannot make these up.
Whoosh,
wow.
you get
Actually, in both cases, I rolled a 2, and it's a -1 on those things. But back-to-back 2s is amazing.
Your 2 plague compatriots get swept away in the river of slime. What do you say as you go down the river, Pichu?
This is not how I die. Also, helmet down! Helmet down!
All right, I will move you all to the next map because we kind of have to.
Yep. I think Daisy and I just give chase, right? I mean.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me move some people. All right, that works there. I'm just going to reveal this all. Save some time.
Stupid armor of magical strength.
It didn't do the thing it was supposed to do.
No.
Damn.
All right. Here we go. Move you on over. Boop. And move yourselves. Oh, I guess I should roll Dragon Baits. Uh-oh. Dragon Bait may be going in as well.
Oh no, Dragon Bait!
Yep, Dragon Bait. Oh no, he got a 12. So Dragon Bait pulls himself up. He's covered in slime, but he is okay to go.
So then are we on this sort of like far right bank?
Yeah. Where are we?
I'll ping it up for you. So you have landed. Sorry. Oh, that wall shouldn't have been there. You should be right about there.
Okay, perfect.
Everyone's going to be big.
Ooh, that is big.
So big.
I'll let you shrink that.
I don't know how to shrink it down.
Do that. How's that?
Thank you.
Perfect. And we'll need
Juano.
Pichu and Juano. So I'll go.
Pichu's here, actually. I got him in.
Okay.
Here. But I can be, put me wherever I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. So I can just moving people around. We're getting Mr. Juano up.
Is your name Pichu or P-Shoot or Pichu?
It's Pichu, which was the name of my childhood cat.
Oh,
because he peed in my shoe.
Pichu. I get it. That's cool.
All right, I'm going to need some strength saving throws, first from Juano, and then possibly with advantage for Pichu afterwards. So strength saving throw, please, Juano.
Yes.
You hold on to it.
Let's go.
You finally find just like a little bit of purchase in the stone and the mortar, and clank as your metal gauntlets go in. You grab on. Pichu, you can now make your strength saving throw with advantage because you are colliding right with Juano.
I will grab you. Strength saving throw.
Yes, please.
All right. Third time is the charm with this one. I will spend another charge of this stupid suit.
Is Pichu grabbing me?
Pichu can if he wants. It's either you're either grabbing like the same.
But I got a +4 bonus to this though.
You just needed a 12. 12 was the DC for it.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
What do you grab? Do you grab me or the ledge?
I think I grab you in this case. Like I have you by the waist.
Oh, so you're pulling my pants down.
Hopefully you got a belt.
As you see, like the current is strong, and it's almost like fish on the line. As you're just like slime and ooze is just coming over the top. Thank God you put your helmet down, Pichu, because the important question: is this like a hermetically sealed suit of armor, or are there little?
I imagine there's probably some air holes there. I don't think there's like a full environmental system in there yet.
Okay, perfect. So for Daisy, Dragonbait, and you definitely smell ham. You can see and hear what appears to be a stone and metal and gasps and gurgling of slime and ooze as you can see like 2 sets of gauntlets clawing onto the side of the ledge, and then just this big, massive suit of armor that's holding onto the waist of this dwarf, just being coated in sludge and green and yellow goo.
Oh boy. All right. Let's get you out, and I'll rush over and help at the shore.
You were still a bird, by the way, Eleanor.
I'm more fat. I'm more back.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I was going to put the end of my spear out for them to grab onto and then sort of
That's smart.
yank them up.
Excellent.
All right, we can do that then. Yeah.
So for Pichu and for Juano, give me strength athletics checks made with advantage, please. As you're inside this like torrent of slime, just kind of like that loud.
Wow.
Ooh, you got it. Oh, but
no. Pichu's heavy armor is like a is
you're sinking.
I'm taking on too much ooze.
I mean, I'm attempting to help them out. Can I roll to help or was that the advantage?
Give me a dexterity save, Daisy.
Oh, geez, Louise. 15.
Oh, wow.
So
nice,
you
nice.
Jam your hand down into the sludge river, and you grab Pichu by like the scruff of his armor neck, almost like pulling like a cat or a dog that got swept away in the water, as you both manage to climb and pull yourselves out. And Pichu, you realize, oh damn, she really is the Ranger Lord. She just saved your life.
Oh, thank you so much. I think I was about to sink there. As just like a bunch of like, he like clicks on that button, there's like a bunch of like ooze comes out of all of these various ports.
And it smells terrible. Could I get charisma saving throws from Daisy and from Pichu, please?
Uh-oh. That's a big 5.
It's a big 5.
It's a big 5. Huge 5, huge 5.
And for Pichu?
Oh, for Pichu, sorry. That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
You said, sorry, charisma saving throw?
Charisma saving throw.
No, it's not one of my good ones.
And a 7.
Oh, yeah, it's a 7. Yeah.
So as you both get yourselves up and kind of like off, Daisy, you look down at your hand and you realize what you've just done, and you just feel that little kind of scratch at the back. You felt that little, and that's when you start to see that light show that Juano was talking about, as your eyes go golden as well.
No!
And you look over at Pichu, and you can see from inside his helmet, like these two exact where his eyes would be, like they start to glow as well, as the darkness is fully revealed for everybody.
Except me.
Except for you and Dragonbait. But Eleanor, you definitely see Daisy and Pichu.
Huh.
Stay away from my head.
No, I'm not taking anybody's head. I'm just interested in the abnormality at hand, and if it's running rampant on the water system, then that's something else altogether. But you can keep your head to yourselves as long as it's not causing you to make poor decisions.
I thought that the golden eyes were carried by like ticks and fleas. So this is new information.
They were.
I'm just telling the group what I know.
No, that's good. That's good science. That's the good science evolution. Oh, there's so much to there's so much to report.
Ew, what's that? Right. Ew.
This is what Juano saw, because you can all see in the darkness now, which is very convenient. And let me get this little guy out here.
I cannot believe I've become infected, as Juano was on that airship the one time.
You, for Daisy, Pichu, and Juano, you actually see, like, below the surface of the slime, this mound of shapes and horrors. As you see, 2 tentacles reach up from the slime, and it pulls itself up like just the worst sloppy Joe of beef you've ever seen. And it's got white skin, and it just appears to be a fusion of rat corpses that have melded together and every now and then you see like an arm or a face or a leg sticking out as you hear just unholy, just which is echoed down the hallway by the other one as it pulls itself up. And we're going to roll initiative as, much like the previous group, you're going to fight some Rat King abominations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is not like the
Finally.
Enchanted Forest. So
It is much worse.
That's not like
You
it.
lied.
Where were those rolls?
right?
I seem to have not selected my token before I clicked initiative.
That's all right.
I don't know what that said, but that was a 14.
That's all right. We can change it. So click yourself, roll initiative, and I can change the number for you.
Oh, perfect. Click myself. There we go.
It was 14.
And my dex is the +3. If
It should
But I think-
range it automatically.
Yeah, that beats my my modifier is only +2.
All right, Eleanor,
perfect.
you get to go first.
wait, I haven't figured out how to do this yet.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Click-
I
yeah.
didn't see that.
Yeah, so click on your token first,
Okay.
and
because
then
she's-
you.
Yeah, she's using
Then
the
you click
D&D
initiative.
Beyond add-on.
15 or 23, whichever you want.
Your first one was 23.
Yeah.
I'll give you 20. Hiya! And
Whoa.
descending. So Daisy, you are the first one to go.
Okay. So I know that there's two of them.
Yeah, you can clearly see them now. It's like someone flipped on a light switch and poof.
Oh, they're coming from both directions. Oh,
I'm
geez.
gonna step over here, and I'm going to do a longbow at this one in front of me.
Nice. 2 attacks.
Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, I'm not excited.
Oh,
Natural 1. That's all right. You still got an extra attack.
I'm getting used to these glowing eyes here.
It throws off your
And
game
I
a
was
little
gonna turn and then do this other one down here. I was gonna try one for each, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
bit. Do it. Do it.
Oh no, D&D Beyond doesn't
Ooh.
love me today.
Oh no. Natural 1 and a 9. Unfortunately, yeah, it's like it's almost like having like night vision goggles on and someone turning on the light. You just got like you kind of got stars and spots in your eyes as your aim is not the greatest right now. And that
No.
brings us to Pichu.
Actually, Eleanor has
Oh.
a higher dex modifier, so it's Eleanor and then
Eleanor.
Pichu.
perfect. I can't really see anything. If you'll all excuse me, and I will cast Fairy Fire.
Excellent. Where are you casting Fairy Fire?
I actually am casting it around me so that I can light as many of you others basically because it's to make you light bulbs, because then you'll shed 10-foot radius dim light for me.
But just so you know, you will also be granted advantage to any attacks against them as well.
I don't want that.
You can
Is it?
you can target the zone anywhere else you want. Like you'll light up the area that you target for sure.
That's true. Is it obvious to me where Daisy was sort of pointing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was. You're right next to her.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then I will point it in the general direction in the darkness that Daisy was attacking.
Okay. What is your spell save DC?
It is a 14.
I rolled a 6. So this thing now
Perfect.
everyone has advantage and it is lit up.
Yay.
Everyone can see this thing very clearly.
Is that the one closest one
The
to
big
us?
one.
The one in the south. I just put a dot on it. You can see
Okay,
that.
cool. Gotcha.
All
Cool.
right, bonus action move, Eleanor.
No, I'm gonna stay kind of close to Daisy. I can't see in the dark, so I'm gonna stick around with the one with the title.
And you've got about 15 feet of normal vision and about 30 feet of like disadvantaged vision.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Yeah. And let us do. It is now Pichu's turn.
Curtis, sentry mode. And so out of like the arm of Pichu comes this like helicopter-y looking drone figure that like kind of just pops up into the air.
Nice.
And I use a bonus to tell it to well, you'll see what happens at the end of my turn. But that is too far for me to go, in which case I will bound towards the one that is much closer to me. So, like, charging in my giant armor, his like shield protracts out and then just starts hammering into this mound of things. So, Thunder Gauntlets. It's a 25 to hit.
Oh, that's a super hit. Yeah, that's more than enough.
12 thunder damages.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
And then it's a 9 to hit, which is almost certainly a miss.
That unfortunately, not by much, but still a miss.
So now the creature has disadvantage to anyone other than me until the end, until the start of my next turn. And then Curtis, who I did not give a token to, because that was foolish of me.
There.
I think he does. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, sweet. He's a little thing. He will fire at the creature that he has advantage to hit.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to roll this twice and take the higher. So I can't
22,
make it little.
20.
Oh, sorry.
Nice. Excellent.
So yeah, it's only one attack. So I'll take the, I see. Actually, it is rolling both. And then do the damage. Yes. Damage. 7 force damage to the
nice.
Creature at the bottom.
Is Curtis sending off like little laser beams or like little bolts, like little machine gun?
Yeah, it's just a little bolt of force. So I imagine it like, I guess it looks like more like a sound wave coming out of him.
I did not roll Dragon Bait's initiative. Let's do this and there. Perfect. Sorry about that. Just moving things around because I forgot to add them in. Bonus and a move. Sorry about that.
For Pichu?
Oh, yeah, for Pichu and Curtis, if anything.
He did his move, and Pichu acting is
right.
Pichu's bonus.
All right, we go to our beloved golden-eyed dwarf, Juano. You see 2 instant threats in front of you.
I'd like to cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh. Against which Rat King abomination would you like?
This one.
Roll it away,
well,
please.
One I can see. Where did my thing go? Where did my thing go? There's my thing, though. Boop.
Oh, is that... Oh, almost a natural 20, but yes, that absolutely hits. Roll up your damage, please. 17.
Nice.
As you see this bolt of holy fire and energy go sinking in and sears right into the rat abomination as you hear, as it actually burns even more so with holy wrath and takes extra damage from it.
Holy rats.
Nice. I'll give you a point of inspiration for it.
All right.
Doing math. That took a beefy hit. You actually see it's bored a perfect path through the blobby beast of this Rat King abomination. There's a perfect hole seared through with holy energy. All right, it is Dragonbait's turn. Where did Dragonbait go? There he is. Gonna be a big boy. If he sees that something takes holy damage, he is going to run over beside Pichu, and he is going to do his attacks, his multi-attacks, with his Holy Avenger. For a 7? Oop. Come on, Dragonbait.
Come on.
And a 23.
Nice.
As you see this sword, this long sword, light up in his hand as like fire just arcs off the side. For Pichu and Juano and Daisy, you actually feel a bit of an aversion to the light of his holy sword.
Nice.
And they are taking. Oh, that's going to be so much. Oh, this is so much.
Let's go, Dragon Bait.
I like his token.
Yeah, it's a nice little guy. So that's 9 for that. Okay, we'll do that. And then we got to do 2d10 for Radiant. For 14 is 28. Doing more math is that, as again, you see he literally just hacks a quarter of the rat abomination out as it just plumps to the side. This is taking a lot of damage. It is not doing well. All right, is the rat abomination's turn. And it's going to attack both Dragonbait and Pichu, but has disadvantage against Dragonbait. So let's do Tentacle on Dragonbait with disadvantage. 17 is a miss. As you see this kind of like flailing rat tentacle come up and just slap at his armor. Against Pichu, no disadvantage. 25 versus AC.
Yeah, that'll
hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You are taking 7 bludgeoning and 2 piercing as it kind of wraps around you, and you are now restrained. So that means movement speed 0 and attack rolls have disadvantage, unfortunately. And it's going to try and bite you as well.
Fair.
For a 9 versus AC, as you see, like, it's not one big mouth, but like a series of tiny little rat mouths just like shooting out like tentacles going die, 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 and just trying to like choose and nozzle at your armor with no effect. All right, this one is going to go up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that in range? 10 feet. No, it's going to have to do a full dash. 10, 15, 20. And that's all it can do. As Daisy, you see like this big thing. It's not really so much like, it's more rolling. Like you know, that video you see like the fat raccoon rolling down the hallway. It's kind of just like rolling forward as flesh and tentacles come flying out. But it is your turn as this thing rolls aggressively towards you and Curtis. And
okay. I have a question.
Sure.
This is like, I'm getting used to level 5 Daisy here. She is a swarm keeper ranger. So she has a swarm that can do things for her. But I don't know. It doesn't say if it's an action or a bonus action or like what to like bamf them out.
See,
it just says on each of your turn, you can cause the swarm to assist you in one of the following ways, but it doesn't say what it takes to bring them out.
Let me see if there is.
Yeah, the swarm remains in your space all the time. And
I wonder if I just got it.
Yeah, I think you just have it. I think this is just a permanent feature of your subclass. Yeah,
I'll go with that.
All right.
You actually notice that your swarm, like all your little insects now, also glow just like your eyes as well.
Oh, lordy. Okay. Well, I'm going to start using those now that I know I can use them. Okay. This guy in front of me, how close?
He is 5 feet away.
All right. So within swinging range of my hand axe.
Nice.
No good. 13.
Just barely a miss, unfortunately. But you're level 5, so you have 2 attacks.
Yes.
3, definitely a hit. Oh, you have advantage, so we'll count that as the first hit because this thing is under the effects of...
Oh, the fairy fire.
Fairy fire, yeah.
So first hit, and then roll your second hit, please. With advantage as well.
Oh, here's the damage. 8 points of damage for the first hit.
Takes second bit. Boof. Oh, is that a crit?
No, neither were crits.
Close, though.
Not bad, though. Yeah.
Ew. That's what I'm talking about. Oh! Wait, I was supposed to be rolling damage, not a thing.
Oh.
And a 1. That's okay. All right. And then I'm going to have my little bees do some more damage here. Oh, another one. They do 1 point of damage.
What type of damage do they do?
We'll take it.
Piercing damage.
Piercing damage. Perfect. It makes a difference as you see like these golden little darts go zip, 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 and do a point of damage. All right, Eleanor, your lit up Rat King abomination has rolled up, and Daisy has begun to hack away into it, and Pichu and Dragonbait have been swinging away. You also smell for combat. You smell violets.
Violets. Curious. I will cast a Torn Whip, and I'm gonna do a melee.
Nice. At which, the close one?
Yeah, the fairy fire.
Yeah, so you have advantage on this attack. Fire away.
Yes.
This may bring it closer.
D20.
18's a hit.
18 hits.
Roll it again
and
just
then
in case you get a crit. 18 it is.
Yeah, and then because it's level 5, it goes up 1 by 1 DC, so it's 2d6 damage.
Nice.
And that is 6 total damage.
Does it get pulled closer to him? Because I think that's what Thorn Whip does.
Successful. No, this is the wrong one. If the attack hits, if the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Oh yeah. So it's going to share space with Curtis because Curtis can fly, but Daisy, this thing gets right in your maw, and it smells rank. You still have your sense of smell right now. You're only at level 1.
Well, everything smells, so whatever.
And that is Pichu. You get to go.
So I have disadvantage to attack, so I'm going to spend my inspiration to do the first attack at regular rolls. So that's 26 to hit and 11 damages.
Ooh.
And then I'll do my second one at disadvantage. It's 23 to hit.
Nice. Good rolls.
You think that you have trapped me, but I have trapped you. And then as I bonus, I'm like, Curtis remains sentry. Curtis will move back.
He'll provoke an attack of opportunity.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
21 versus AC.
That definitely hits Curtis. Where'd his little thingy go? Yeah, that definitely hits. So hopefully he doesn't get.
The first one is 16 piercing damage as you see multiple mouths come up and go and bite into him.
Well, that causes Curtis to hit the ground.
Chunk as it lands in between Daisy and Eleanor as Curtis falls down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he only has 7 points. I'll double check that. Yeah, anyway, keep going.
All right, Juano, you put a beefy hole through that Rat King abomination.
Let's do it again.
All right. Roll up your attack.
Guiding bolt.
You see like these anime hits coming off of Pichu as he's just punching thunder energy. Followed by a holy guiding bolt. 16 hits.
Ooh, baby.
You call down another arc of flame from your god and you send it shooting through. Oh no. For 5, but it doubles to 10.
Wow.
Describe the death of...
Beautiful.
You did it by 1 hit point.
Nice.
Juano like just raises his hands and all the like mushrooms and his eyes like blow up, just like golden like hue is beautiful, and he kind of starts to levitate off the ground a little. He would go a little higher if his armor wasn't so clunky, but
nice.
He just shoots it out into this King Rat.
Nice. I love it.
Nice.
You have a movement left if you wish and a bonus.
I'm going to move over here so I can see this other thing.
Yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Nice. 30 feet for dragon bait. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 as he smooshes in next to Daisy. As Daisy, you feel an aversion to this Holy Avenger flaming sword that's right next to you as he does his attacks. Oh, for a 20?
Nice.
For 9. This thing is taking very little damage, and I think right now it's about to take a full ton. For 12, 24 radiant damage as he just, again, this holy blade hacks and sears off another piece of this fleshy mound beast. And he actually should have been rolling with advantage.
With advantage, yeah.
And he gets his second attack. 2 at the same time. 15 is a hit. For 13, ooh, dragon bait, you hit hard.
Good thing we brought him.
And the radiant for 13 is 26 is... As you smell, the smell of violets becomes more and more pungent and actually starts to overpower the smell of the sewer around you.
Nice.
The last Rat King, being mindless, sees many things to attack. It's going to attack everybody in front of it. So against Daisy, you're going to get a tentacle attack. That's a 14 versus AC, as you see it reach out and try and wrap around your waist.
Oh, it gets me.
All right. You are taking 8 damage, 4 bludgeoning, 4 piercing, and you are grappled and you are restrained as it wraps around you. Against who is that down there? That is Eleanor. It's going to do a tentacle attack against you because you're within range of its 10 feet. 25 versus AC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's a 7 versus AC. You are also grappled with and restrained, so you're at disadvantage, and your movement speed is 0. And against Dragonbait with the bite, because he did the most damage to him, is a natural 1. As it's being so distracted that you see all these mouths trying to go out, and just the radiant aura coming off of Dragonbait, it just kind of like shies away all their attacks. Nothing can really land. Daisy, it is your turn at the top of the order again. What do you wish to do? You currently have a movement speed of 0, and you are at disadvantage to attacks, or if you want to try and escape, you can use your action to escape the grapple. Or you can just attack. You can do anything you want.
If I attack while I am grappled, since I would normally have advantage, would I just do 1 roll?
Normal roll. Absolutely normal.
Okay. Cool. We're going to just do that then.
Yes, he ability saves against it. He does not. Fairy Fire continues against things with very low dexes.
Yep.
That doesn't work.
Natural 1 again.
And a 2?
Oh, you got to get used to those eyes, Daisy. Got to get used to those eyes. How's the Ranger Lord adapt to her new golden glowy eyes?
Bad.
Does the swarm happen on a miss as well? Yes.
I believe it just says when you take an action.
Perfect. Even better.
So 4 points from my little bee friends.
Nice. As you see more glowy lights of bees just zip, 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 zip.
Nice.
Eleanor, you are currently grappled.
Yep.
What do you wish to do?
Unhand me.
There's also
foul beast.
There's also a very easy solution to get out of your grapple as well.
Do I have enough, like am I grappled at the waist that I can use something in my hands?
Absolutely, yeah. It's just difficult to do because you're literally being squeezed.
Yeah, so I will do poison spray, and I just kind of like grab a little like bauble from my belt, and I'm like, unhand me, you foul beast, and I'll like break the beaker on it kind of thing.
Awesome. Is it a saving throw? Or
creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Unfortunately, as you smash the poison vial in, you see the poison. It's almost like a hydrophobic material, as the poison just rolls off and does not affect the creature at all. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
All right.
Yeah.
Movement speed is 0. That brings us up to Pichu. As everyone's conglomerate, it's kind of just like cork stopping this rat king here.
Yeah, is there a space for me to make melee contact, or is it like just too full up?
There is a space right in my ping.
Okay,
right
all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll move through.
And you're like stepping over the tentacles of Daisy and Eleanor. Just trying to,
pardon me, just one quick second. And it's 11 to hit.
Oh, just barely a miss, unfortunately. As it's just you trying to get around the tentacles. A 25 will definitely hit, though.
It's 6 thunder damage. Now it's disadvantage to everybody else but me. Ooh. And as a bonus action, how would this work? I guess I click a button on my armor and just sort of like a bunch of like self-repair to the armor suit happens, and I gained 5 temporary hit points.
Excellent. Juano, things are afoot at the Circle K, and your friends just seem to be dogpiling on this last Rat King abomination.
Okay. Let's see. There's my thing. Okay, I'm gonna get in on this dog pile.
Nice. Physically or magically? Because there's no room physically right now.
So no physical.
Sorry, I took the last space.
It's okay. I'm gonna have to do emotional damage and date this thing for a couple of years and go gaslight it. I will do Sacred Flame.
Nice. Dexterity save for me, I believe. With a 3. This is not an agile thing. Please roll up your damage.
All right.
2d8.
There it is. Boop.
For 9, which is actually now 18, as you see fire called down from the sky or from the roof of the sewer, as it just kind of like lights up for those that can't see in the dark, or who can still see in the dark. 18 plus that is... This thing is looking rough-ski. And it's Dragonbait's turn, which I'm pretty sure...
There's no way he can't kill this thing.
Yeah.
I guess he could roll some ones.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. So that's a 15 versus AC for 6 piercing.
Let's go, Dragonbait.
And then the radiant damage for 8, which is just enough, as you see him slice right through the middle of this meaty Rat King sandwich, and just kind of like sloshes to the side, and then just kind of like immediately all the moisture and all the meat and viscera just kind of like shrivels up into like this, almost like this really bad dry pastrami at the bottom of the sewer floors.
Wow.
You actually all hear a voice just from around the corner as you see this one floating eyeball, like these 2 little tentacles that stick out. He's like, "Oh, hey, did you guys just save me?" As you see a gazer pop its head just out the side. And it is 10:29, so that's where we're going to end this episode.
Oh, wow.
For the night.
What a great place to hold.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We did it.
I'm sorry we now have 2 more people cursed with the golden eyes.
More people to study.
This is not the outcome I was looking for.
Oh,
You're a man of science. You understand the importance of your sacrifice.
It's all for the research.
Now it's not cool when you're the head on the surgical table.